Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to World Rocket Murders. So today we're gonna react to Wansee Entertainment. If you don't know what Wansee Entertainment is, it's like a channel which submits your horror stories and animates them, then they post it on YouTube. So I'm gonna react to them. Okay, so first we're gonna react to True Creepy Creature Horror Story Animated. Okay, let's click play.
Enjoy amazing rewards with
Are you
McDonald's
serious?
30 days of surprises.
Come on,
Just download the
every time
McDonald's
an
app
ad
and unlock your
pops
daily
out.
surprise. Then visit your nearest McDonald's.
I really
to
hate
redeem
ads.
with lots of exciting prizes and delicious rewards.
Let's skip that.
My name is Magda, and I'm 26 years old. I work in an office in the city.
Okay.
On the weekends, I used to love to get away from all the hustle and bustle and take a trip to the countryside. Luckily, I have a cottage in a small village which is located right at the edge of the forest.
Okay.
How I used to love to get out of the city and spend the weekend in my little cottage. Why did I stop?
And
Well,
I know
I'll
what's the
tell
reason,
you.
really.
After a hard week at work, I needed to rest, so I decided to get out of town. I went home, packed my bags, threw them in the trunk, and drove off. When I arrived in the village, it was late in the evening and I was tired from the long drive. I went straight to bed and fell asleep quickly. In the middle of the night, I was awakened by the sound of my car alarm going off. I looked out the window, but there was nobody in sight. I found my car keys, pressed the button to shut off the alarm, and the awful noise stopped. I laid back down and tried to fall asleep. All of a sudden, the alarm went off again. I didn't feel like getting up, so I just grabbed my keys and pressed the button once more. Everything was peaceful and quiet again.
Again, it's gonna come on.
5 minutes later, the alarm went off a third time. Once or twice could have been an accident, but now I was wondering what was going on. Could someone be playing tricks on me in the middle of the night? I got up again and pressed the button to turn off the alarm. But this time, I didn't lay back down. I stood at the curtains and watched. After a few minutes, I saw something by the light of the moon. A shadow emerged from the bushes and slowly
it must be a
approached
man.
the car. I could just about make out the shape. It was something tall, skinny, and black. The figure reached out with its long, thin arms and knocked on the car. The alarm went off again.
That is the reason.
Quick as a flash, the dark figure retreated back into the bushes. At that moment, I realized what was going on and began shaking with
Hope
fear.
he doesn't break
I
in.
turned off the alarm and continued to watch. The thing emerged from the bushes again, slid silently over to the gates, threw a hand through them, and removed the partition holding the gates closed. I was paralyzed with fear, and I couldn't move. My mind was overcome by panic thoughts. What was it?
Girl,
What did it want from me? What was it doing? Would it ever go away? A shiver ran through my body, from my head down to my toes. My mouth was dry and my heart was beating fast. I was so tense, I was gritting my teeth and clenching my hands into fists. I regained control of myself and ran down the stairs as fast as my legs could carry me to the ground floor. I wanted to look for something I could use to protect myself. However, just as I was about to switch on the lights, I suddenly
if you have a hammer, then you
froze
can
in
take
my
it.
tracks. The dark figure was at the window. It was pressed up against the glass, staring in, looking to see whether or not there was someone home. I immediately ducked down behind the sofa and peered out. That's when I realized what all those tricks with the car were for. It was trying to lure its victim outside. I couldn't take my eyes off its hideous face. Its skin was the color of ash and covered with wrinkles. Its eyes were small, beady, and completely black. Instead of it having a nose, there were 2 ragged holes. It didn't have any lips, just 2 rows of sharp, yellow teeth. When it breathed, it was so heavy and hoarse.
Does he ever brush? Does the creature ever brush its teeth?
Go away. After standing at the window for a few moments, I heard a rustling noise as it came to the front door. I watched as it tried to push its fingers through the gap under the door. The handle began to twitch wildly up and
Girl, take a hammer.
the creature emitted a chilling sound. It was not like a human voice. It was a deep, beastly growl, like
Ew.
an angry dog chewing on a bone. I knew that if it heard me, it would keep trying until it found a way to get into the house. I crouched down behind the sofa, hiding in the shadows and desperately trying not to make a sound. Tears began involuntarily streaming down my face. No matter how much I tried to stop them, I could feel my pulse pounding in my temples, and I was shaking like a leaf, just waiting for
Oh
it
my
to end. I don't know how long I cowered there. I must have been passed
I
out.
hope the creature
When I woke
like
up and looked out the
went
window,
away.
the creature was gone. The
Good.
door was still in place, and everything seemed secure.
Good.
I've never been so relieved in all my life. I ran upstairs and looked out the window. It was light outside, and there was no sign of anything wrong.
Oh, good.
Taking a chance, I grabbed my keys, and without stopping to collect any of my things, I ran out to the car. I jumped in, locked the doors, and drove away from the village as fast as I could. I didn't stop driving until I got back to the city.
Hope it's a manual.
When I got back
Hope
to
the
my apartment, I
transmission
turned on
is a
the
manual,
radio and
so
heard a news
she could like
report.
put it
The
in
announcer
fifth
said
gear.
that in the village, the dead bodies of 2 girls had been discovered.
Oh my
Their
gosh.
corpses had been mutilated and
OMG.
dumped in a swamp. I guess the creature found what it was looking for. I don't want to, but I am curious to know. What would have happened if I didn't make the right decision of sprinting?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so next we're gonna watch True School Lockdown Horror Stories. Oh.
It happened last year, 2018, when I was still in my second year of high school. It was earlier March that I was in school. We were just playing some quiz game on my laptop. I connected it to the projector for all of them to see.
Okay.
But then suddenly the school's fire alarm went off.
Huh.
They said this isn't a drill, but rather a maniac just entered our school with a gun. All of
OMG.
us closed the door and the window to our classroom and switched off the lights. It was all silent, like you could hear a pin drop to the floor. At first, I wasn't panicking that much, but it all started to happen when a gunshot was heard from the distance of our room. I can assume that he already knows that we're here. We are the closest room from the
OMG.
entry hall.
Hope
Every
he
single
doesn't
one of
break
my
in.
classmates was crying. I'm the tallest and the oldest student of them all. I'm 16 and some of them are 15 and 14 and another one is 12.
What? Wait. Like a 12-year-old? Can you like imagine the 12-year-old going to high school? 12-year-olds are supposed to go, supposed to be in 7th grade. Like, okay, just forget about that. Let's just watch it.
So I thought, I'm the oldest. I
Okay.
should protect them.
Yeah,
And I
you
was
should.
like that. So then I grabbed the fire extinguisher in our room. Because every single room in my
Think
school
he's gonna spray
has
it
a
back.
fire blanket and a fire extinguisher.
I think he's
Just
gonna
in case
play
of a
that.
fire. I had a stupid plan inside my head that I'll spray him with the fire extinguisher. So, then I opened our room door, and I came across it. He was a middle-aged
Oh my
man
gosh.
wearing a white tank and black slacks. He was holding a .44 Magnum caliber revolver. At first, we were having a quick draw match. Like
Okay.
that. He grabbed his gun first and pulls the trigger. I feel
OMG.
my heart beating fast. Just then he aimed the gun at me, but it didn't shoot at all. He forgot to cock his gun.
Oh,
so then
that's
it's my
good.
chance to hit him with the fire extinguisher.
Good,
knock
good.
him out.
Now get out.
After that, the police arrived and every student was reunited with their family.
Good.
And still, I'm wondering, what could have happened if he didn't forget to cock his gun and shoot me first?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Man, that was really creepy. Okay, so next we're gonna watch True Ghost Horror Story Animated. Oh my gosh. What the hell? Let's skip that.
was in my friend's birthday party. It was 11 p.m. After the party, I drove my friend to their house, 2 hours away, drive from the party we'd been. When we went to their village, it's a pretty big village, and most of the owner is rich. While I was driving, there is a street there, kind of 500 meters long, and it's very dark and creepy. The car I was driving is a Toyota Revo. It has 11 seating capacity, and
Hope
we
it's
are
manual,
just
so
3
you can
inside
like
the car.
put it in like
Past that
fifth gear.
creepy street, I'm kind of scared because it's dark and a lot of trees that full of leaves.
But it's
and
good
brushes.
because it's like a Toyota
There's no
Revo.
street light. It's just my car headlights that give light on the road. After we pass that street and I'm dropped them on their house and I'm just alone to go back to my home. But I was scared because there's no alternate route. I really need to pass
Then
that
put the
creepy
gear in
street
fifth
in their
gear.
village. I have
Then
no
drive
choice
off.
but to be
Put the gear in
brave.
fifth gear.
So, when I'm about to pass that street, really dark, but I have no choice but to pass that creepy street. While I was driving on that creepy street, about in the middle of it, suddenly, I felt
Just
cold.
put high
But
beam.
my aircon temperature was not that cold. And suddenly, my back of the neck starts to feel cold. When I look in my rear mirror view, I saw something sitting on the back
Oh my gosh.
of Sid looking at me. It's a woman and wearing white clothes and red eyes. I was so scared. So I drive too fast and my car engines start making a lot of noise. And so fast. There's a speed bump, but I didn't stop. My car started to slam its front bumper on the road when I drive too fast in the speed bump because I was so scared until I reached the guardhouse office. I told the guards what happened, and they told me there was really a ghost on that street because one time there's a tricycle was passing that street and woman asked if she could get a ride, so the tricycle driver let her ride, and she told the driver to drive her to the hospital. When they arrived at the hospital, the tricycle driver was so shocked because the woman she picked up was not inside the tricycle. And my friend told me there's a story on that street several years ago that a girl was murdered and raped on that street.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
it was a lot of dark and tall bushes. So when I'm driving alone, I always ask someone to come with me during night.
Good.
And I don't want to drive alone at night anymore because I don't want to see again someone's ghost riding again with me.
Oh
I
yeah.
hope her soul rests in peace.
Oh my gosh. Whew. I'm never gonna drive in such roads. Okay. Well, next we're gonna check out. I met a guy who ate humans. Well, seems like a cannibal's horror story.
This happened when I was in college. I was 20 at the time, studying for an upcoming exam in biology. That is, until my roommate busted in my room. She wasn't yelling, but I could see she was drunk by her excitement. I rolled my eyes and sighed. I completely lost focus now. But it was okay. I kind of gotten used to her behavior. She was a party girl while I was, well, a nerd.
A nerd.
I tried to get back on my reading tracks again, but she patted me on the back and drunkenly giggled before speaking. Come on, Jasmine. Every time I see you, you're always reading a book. I sighed before speaking.
Hope she like
And every
stops.
time I see you, you
her
smell
drinking
alcohol
behavior.
and vomit. She frowned at me. How about this? I'll be quiet all week if you come to this party tomorrow at 8.
Like
I
what?
wanted to
That
say
girl
no,
is like totally
but then I
brainwashing
thought
her.
about it. I mean, I do always work really hard.
Girl, she's like
Besides,
brainwashing
she
you.
won't
Don't
barge in
listen
like
to
this
her.
for the whole week? Sounds too good, I thought to myself. So I nodded and continued to read. We got ready. I hadn't dressed up in ages, so I was kind of excited. The party was loud, filled with drunk people making out,
Oh my gosh.
bumping and dancing. The party was hosted in a basement-like setting, only it was much bigger and had a lot of space. I'm not going to lie, I did have a few drinks.
Why?
I wasn't drunk, but I was definitely tipsy. So, as my view became tilted, this guy comes out of nowhere and has small talk with me. He was fairly attractive. He didn't seem drunk. We met and exchanged names. From what I remember, he had red dyed hair and blue eyes. He was white and about 6 feet. His name was Luke.
Okay.
We laughed and talked about topics like studying and books and that kind of thing. The talking went on for about a half an hour. said, "Hey, I'm going to get another drink. Want anything?"
Nope.
I said, "Why not? I mean, I'm
Nope.
having fun." So later on, he came back with drinks. And the next thing I remember, we were making out in the corner of the party room.
No, girl,
It was
no.
so quick. And
He's
then
like
he
a
asked me,
cannibal.
"Want to go back to my place?"
Nope.
Which I politely
He's a
declined.
cannibal, no.
I already know what he wants.
No.
Besides,
He's a
I
cannibal.
needed to be on campus in the morning. Come on, I promise it will be fun.
No, it's not
I
gonna be
remember
fun.
that he kept on trying to get me to go,
He's
but
like a
he
cannibal.
gave up after
Don't
I made
go.
it clear I wasn't interested in going to his place.
Good.
He rolled his eyes angrily and gave me a paper with a number on it. "Fine. If you change your mind, give me a call." He leaned close to me and whispered against my ear. Then he walked out, and the rest of the night was a complete blank. The next day, I woke up inside my college bedroom.
Okay.
On my bed, next to my roommate snoring on her bed as well. As I got up to shower, a paper fell out of my pocket. It was the number, which made me remember that guy. But I had
Not
more
that
important
guy.
things now.
That cannibal.
I showered then and went to study.
Okay.
I remember reading my book when all of a sudden I felt dizzy. Then I woke up in the bed with police officers and nurses talking next to me. Turns out I had this dangerous allergic reaction that could only be caused from saliva or any bodily fluids that had come from decaying or rotting flesh. Which to my surprise was weird. I hadn't been kissing anyone, let alone ate anything raw. Then I remembered the guy. I told the
That
police about the
cannibal.
guy at the party and gave them the number he gave me. A few weeks passed and my allergies went down, so I could live my life normally.
Good.
I just finished my test when my phone rang. I answered it, and it was the police. Turns out the guy from the party had 2 dead, decaying women's bodies inside his apartment
Ew.
that he ate. They must have been there for months. My
I'm
heart
like never
dropped.
going to
The thought that I made out with
When
someone who
I
ate
grow up,
human
I'm like
flesh,
never gonna
or
like
even
go to
worse,
parties.
was what if I had agreed to come to his place?
No one's gonna invite you, don't worry.
I may have been one of those bodies.
Ew. Oh my gosh. That was really creepy. So, never like go to parties because you might end up kissing like a cannibal and getting allergies. And maybe if you agree to go to his or her place, he can eat you. Okay, so next we're gonna watch a smiling woman.
I was 10 years old, and I was home alone. But that wasn't a big deal because we lived in a small city. My mom and dad were at my grandma's house.
Come on,
I couldn't go because I was
Wait.
sick.
Wait, like which parent like leaves their 10-year-old daughter or son home alone? Like, say what?
It was around 9 p.m. when I was about to go to sleep.
Okay.
My room was really small, and it only
Pray
had one
before you
window
sleep.
facing my bed. That window to me was kind of scary, because when you're a little
Maybe you
kid,
should
your imagination
just-
can sometimes
Just
go
board it up.
wild. At that time, it wasn't my imagination, though. Like I said, I was about to go to bed when I heard a loud scream coming from outside. It was really scary.
Oh my gosh.
But I tried to be quiet so I could listen to what was going on outside. Nothing was happening, though. It was
Okay.
really quiet. Like nothing had happened at all. Quieter than normal, actually. Some time had passed, and everything seemed okay. So I just laid down and tried to sleep. 1 hour later, I heard that loud scream again.
Oh my gosh.
This time,
Call the
it
cops.
seemed to be closer. I froze.
Girl,
was
just
so
call the
freaked out,
cops.
I
Then
couldn't
everything will be
move.
fine.
30 minutes later, again, the same scream.
If
At that
I were
point,
that
I was
girl,
about
then
to
I'll be
cry.
like, shut
I don't
up.
know why, but that scream wasn't just a scream. It was at this high pitch, and it was just so creepy.
Oh my gosh.
Finally, 15 minutes later, I saw something at that window. It was a really skinny woman.
Oh
So
shit.
happy for some reason. She was smiling, and her smile was so big and creepy. When I saw her, I started crying, and she started screaming again. I was horrified. She was just looking at me, smiling and screaming for the whole night. The next morning, my parents came back home, and I told them
Good.
everything. They called the police, and the police found out that my window, that was facing my bed,
was broken, but it didn't seem like it was broken with some sort of weapon, but as if it were broken by a really high pitch.
That was really creepy. If I were that girl, I would be like, shut up. If it like continues, I'd be like calling the cops straight away. Okay, so guys, that is it for now. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.